cold weather is ending and spring begins, but unfortunately we're learning in a hurry that the gun violence in our city, it's far from seasonal. I'm Bill Anderson, and we continue our search for solutions, accountability, and progress in our battle to save our streets. Tonight we focus on the fact that it's up to all of us to make a difference, and Jeff Cole starts with a candid conversation with District Attorney Larry Krasner on his office and their responsibilities to make our streets safer.
We got 100+ murders. The people look at the police and they look at the prosecutor. Tell me what you think of that number and where we're going throughout this year.
We are dealing with the worst spike in gun violence over the last almost 2.5 years that we have seen in a very, very long time. I think it's awful. I mean, obviously every homicide is awful, but the numbers are very upsetting. It's the kind of thing that keeps us up at night.
Our discussion with District Attorney Larry Krasner began with a focus on the grinding, unrelenting gun violence plaguing Philadelphia. On the day we sat down, there were 103 homicides, one more than last year. Are we going to outstrip the horrific homicide numbers of last year at 560 at the end of 2022?
The truth is I don't know. But I will say this, you know, from the beginning, what we have seen is that it was about 1.5 homicides per day in Philadelphia during the period of the pandemic. Right now, we're very close to where we were last year. I mean, the terrible news is we're close to where we were last year. The good news is we're not twice as high.
Krasner, elected and re-elected on a platform of criminal justice reform that rejects what he calls mass incarceration, holds firm to his argument that funding prevention efforts will lower crime.
The more we put into prevention, which does mean you take money away from stupid. Stupid is putting homeless people in jail and spending $60,000 a year to do it, when you could take those $60,000, put it into public education, summer camps, treatment, all these other things that are much more effective.
So why, though, is the perception something different?
It isn't.
It is.
No, it
isn't. In part, it is.
Jeff, no, it's
yes.
not.
Yes,
no, it isn't. I'll tell you how I know
you
it
know.
is.
I mean, come on, you can walk out there and folks will say, yeah, Krasner's doing a good job, and others will say, nope, he lets them walk.
A small number will. Here's the reality. Well, what the institutions don't get, and this also includes not you, but this does include the media, what they don't get is that progressive prosecutors are being elected and re-elected all over the country.
On guns, Krasner argues making arrests for possession of a gun without a permit will not dramatically lower gun violence.
The notion that the way you're going to solve shootings is arresting people for guns is missing the point. The way you solve shootings is arrest people for shootings. The way you solve homicides by gun is by solving homicides by gun.
There's been a real problem trying to solve those. If you can't solve them, how do you get anywhere?
Forensics. I mean, the fact is the city is decades behind on having the capacity to do a lot of forensics.
Krasner argues on the gun cases police solve and bring to his office, his track record of prosecution is strong, but believes in Philly, guns flow like water.
The most important question is how have we done on our shooting prosecutions? How have we done on our gun homicides? And we're doing extremely well on both of them. You know, that has to be the meat and potatoes of what you're trying to do. For every gun that is taken off the street, according to data from the AG's office and also data from the PPD, there are either 2 or 3 more guns purchased legally in the same time period.
On the problem of witnesses and victims of crime failing to testify against their attackers?
Fear is a factor. And the pandemic has made it worse because cases take a lot longer to conclude. So the potential for intimidation or the potential for fear of intimidation is out there. That's a real factor.
If a witness doesn't show 3 or 4 times, which I think is just 3 or 4 times, is that fear or is that I don't care, I'm not coming?
No, it depends. I mean, sometimes it's a friend or a family member who was angry enough at the time they called the police to say this person has a gun or this pointed a gun, but feels differently later.
Krasner says his office emptied the till of money it had to relocate victims of crime, but even after receiving more funding, it's a challenge. Do you have enough? Can you take somebody out of their community in North Philly and put them someplace where they're not going to be threatened? Is there enough around for that? Enough money for that?
The average cost of relocation is usually something like $30,000 for what we do here. It's, you know, it's It's very difficult, and it
So how many people can you move at 30,000 a head?
Not a ton.
With his view that education, improved housing, and slowing evictions can be crime-fighting tools, D.A. Krasner has battled a perception he is soft on crime. We pressed him on a view we've heard from some cops on the street. If I were to say to you that some cops say, you know what, I'm not going to make arrests here because my perception is Krasner is going to let them out, what would you say to that?
I'd say they should be locked up because that's a crime.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you think that's out there in some way?
I know that it's out there with some of them, but I will tell you this, that is criminal activity. And don't let me catch them doing it, because they're going to have a problem.
Holding politicians accountable is just one part of saving our streets. Next, how community groups are overcoming their own different views for the common goal of safer neighborhoods. Constant discussion when we talk about violence in our communities. Who's responsible for fixing it? What we continue to discover is there really is no easy answer.
I'm still facing these same challenges. I'm still out here going from house to house, mother to mother, family to family, and they're still facing the same challenges of still being shot at, being targeted by gangs, and their children being beat up as young as 8 years old.
We first introduced you to Sister Talia Taylor in a previous SOS special as she attempted to fight to protect families caught in the crossfire of violence in our neighborhoods.
We have to start protecting our women and children, especially the ones that come up and speak out. These are children.
Several months ago, she shared with us the struggles of trying to help protect families who have either themselves been victimized or are afraid of the backlash of coming forward after witnessing crime and are now feeling trapped in their neighborhood.
These elected officials, they need to do more. I'm bringing these cases straight to the door. I'm already doing the work. Why can't they step in and help save these families? We have some where they have been moved out of their homes to be protected, just to be moved right back and have been shot at and endangered even more.
Sister Talia continues to call on officials to do more, but part of the reason we went back to speak to her is because we also wanted to highlight just how complex the gun violence is in our communities. So complex that even people on the same team can struggle to find the answer.
And the politicians definitely have a part to play in it, but it's the grassroots. You know, we have to, those that's closest to the problem have to address the problem.
On the surface, Eric Riddick may be a surprising ally in the battle to save our streets, having been released less than a year ago after serving 29 years in prison before attorneys successfully argued evidence was withheld during his trial. But Eric argues that his experiences and others like him are exactly what we need to help decrease the violence in our communities.
I was out there when I was younger and involved in the madness, and we used to be the virus of violence. Today, we're the antidote. So what do you do when the virus becomes the antidote? You use it.
So who fixes our neighborhoods? Is it politicians and officials, or is it the responsibility of communities and grassroots leaders?
Can you imagine trying to take your child to school and walking outside of your home just to be shot at almost every morning? As soon as I ask an elected official to come help this family, okay, I have an appointment in 3 weeks from now. What is that doing for our families right now?
If it was the right team, the right individuals on the front line in the community, and that's not absolving the politicians and everybody else of their responsibility in this matter. But again, the best ones to address the issues is those that's closer to the heart of the problem.
Different backgrounds, different experiences, different painful stories, and different views on accountability.
I even have a family where DHS came and took the kids because of an unsafe environment. But if the city did not fail them and move them back to their homes, tell them they didn't have no more money for any of them to protect them, none of this would have never happened.
Victims victimize people. Hurt people hurt people. That's not just a cute saying. That's the reality of it. So, you know, there's a reason why these things is going on. You know, I'm not here to advocate lock them up, lock them up, lock them up. I'm here to advocate protecting our community, but let's do it in an effective way.
But here's the significant part of this story. Talia and Eric, you and your neighbor and your family may all have different views, different ideas, but we all need to be following their lead and working together on a daily basis, setting the example that all ideas are necessary, all of us are important, because saving our streets, that's all of our problem. Now, when we say it's up to all of us, that means that every idea is on the table to protect our communities. Next, private security protecting students on a public college campus? Is that too much, or whatever it takes? Too many parents are honestly afraid of what they see every day in their neighborhoods, afraid for their kids, afraid for themselves. But some parents living in our areas were so concerned about their children that they got together and paid to protect them on a college campus.
Well, really my response is fear and anxiety and kind of feeling helpless and just really didn't know what to do.
Jennifer Hedberg is like so many parents concerned for their sons and daughters every time they see reports of violence in and around Philadelphia.
And the straw that broke the camel's back was when he called me and said there was armed robbery, literally right outside his front door while he was home, and it was 5 p.m. It was light out.
What's different in this case is Jennifer's son is a senior living in off-campus housing around Temple University's North Philadelphia campus, and she's hundreds of miles away, watching from Massachusetts.
And I just wanted him to move right away. I was like, okay, that's it. We have to move. We can't. I just can't. We can't have this. So, but that really wasn't an option.
So looking for her peace of mind and her son's and his neighbor's safety, Jennifer pursued other options.
And so I just thought, well, let me see if it's a possibility to do this private patrol.
She did her research and reached out to local security firm J&S Protection Services.
She was, very concerned about her son and her son's safety.
J&S is a local firm founded by a North Philadelphia resident, so they understood the concerns.
Because right now in Philadelphia, people are terrified. People are terrified to walk down the streets or walk to the stores. And it shouldn't be like that.
Now, on the surface, hiring a private security company to patrol neighborhoods, especially neighborhoods that overlap the patrol areas of campus police, that may seem unusual. But is anything really off limits when we're talking about protecting our children and our communities?
I never had a parent reach out to us to patrol a campus, But it's something that people in the community, local law enforcement needs to embrace.
The patrols have now been going on for months and have led to conversations among parents and students realizing that they needed to step up.
Because I think they're actually nervous. I mean, they're not going to call their moms and say, I'm scared. But I think they are nervous.
And slowly, something interesting has happened. The patrols have become a welcome sight.
We have parents walking up to the car, students waving us down, flagging us down, just thanking us.
First, it was 3 days a week and about 10 blocks around the neighborhood where Jennifer's son lives. But with the word spreading and parents donating, it's now a 6-day per week patrol that has expanded to another 10 blocks funded by more parents. It's also important to mention that both Jennifer and Jasmine made it clear that this only works if they're partners with the community they patrol.
We hire the community. So, we're from Philadelphia. We're here for Philadelphia. We're here to give back to Philadelphia and make it better.
Jennifer's son will graduate in May, and so she'll no longer be organizing the patrols, but she is hopeful that parents who have seen another option will keep the private patrols going because she believes that saving our streets, that's up to all of us. Now, 2 things that we need to note. First, the private patrols are not in any way interfering with anything the campus police are doing. They're simply additional eyes and ears in the community. But second, they have reached out to try to coordinate sharing information with Temple University, a request that so far has been denied. We'll be right back. Up to all of us. It's a pretty simple concept with enormous potential. It simply means that all of us need to be involved in seeking out solutions. Our photojournalist, Starling Underwood, remains committed to that concept by regularly heading out to various neighborhoods to hear your thoughts on the city, gun violence, and your potential solutions.
I find myself in Mayfair, speaking with Charles De Leon.
What do you think of the state of our city?
as we stand today?
So I think that a lot was going on, especially with the young people, is the fact that they don't have faith that society is going to look out for them. I think the knee-jerk reaction is always to say more policing, tougher on crime. That has never worked, right? If you look through across the country, that has never worked. It's not about policing. It's about more, really honestly, is empathy. It's understanding why things are happening. Why do we have this high level of crime? Why do we have this level of gun violence, right? It has nothing to do with policing. It has to do with not enough resources. It has to do with trying to get mines any way I can.
What can us as regular citizens do to combat that?
Small things, right? I think when you're walking by and you see somebody, a smile and say hello, good morning, even if you don't know them, right? Bringing back that type of etiquette. If we see something that is wrong, right, it's okay to tell the person, hey, maybe we shouldn't do that, especially for the kid, right? If we see somebody tagging up, doing graffiti, if we see two kids about to get into an argument, just stepping in as the adult in the room and say, hey, there's a better way.
What are you doing personally to combat?
I am a mental health therapist. So I work with a lot of children who have received some trauma, and I teach them coping skills and how to process their emotions. I help men who've been traumatized work through their emotions and be able to articulate their feelings, their wants, and needs in productive ways instead of always being aggressive.
Kunta Kelly is into Coney, using music to inspire.
You think it's more at home than
that's where it starts. I think everything started 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The parents need to be more involved. I know we got to be out here and we got to work, get to it and all that, but we got to remember what we're working for.
Right.
Yeah, I mean. So we got to get at them, man. We got to get at them and see what they doing. We got to pick those phones up, go through it. At nighttime, give me your phone, go through it. See what they saying, what they doing. You know what I mean? You paying for something. You want to know what's on your cable bill, your electric bill. You want to know you going, You got to do the same thing to them. Like, grab that phone, man. See what's up. Stop thinking they grown. They can handle it. How can they handle something they never been prepared for?
So how can your neighbors help with the kids? I mean, you might be at work. You gotta work to feed the family, so you can't be there all the time.
I think the adults need to come outside and talk first before we try to talk to the kids or try to help
talk with each other.
Yeah, before we talk to someone else's kids. I think we need to see the time their parents are on, because it might be useless trying to talk to that kid when everything you about to say to him about to go in the house and get pushed up to the side. You know what I mean? So I think if the parents came out and spoke with each other more, and then you can see how that parent is. No, he didn't mean no harm intentions. I talked to this guy. I talked to this lady. He didn't do that on no, like, trying to play you or nothing. Young.
Why do you think everybody's angry? Because that's what it seemed like. Like, even you go get some groceries, you go get some bread. The lady behind the counter, she got attitude. Like, everybody's angry.
Because they think nobody understands. They think nobody understands because nobody's taking the time out to do what we used to do, talk.
If you want your voice heard, just reach out to us, and perhaps Starling or one of us will come to your organization or neighborhood to hear your point of view. We may bring along T-shirts or hats as a thank you for your commitment. We'll be back with our final thoughts. It's up to all of us. It really is the foundation for all of our Save Our Streets stories. And we hope that you will continue to participate, offer your ideas, your solutions, your suggestions, because together we can make a difference. I'm Bill Anderson, and on behalf of Bill Rohr behind the camera and everyone who participated in this special, thanks so much for watching again, and have a good one.